see him there. I see him there. Oh, he's just kind of floating around. Can I? Oh, crap. Alright. Is everything okay? Everything? Nope. Fire. Okay. Hi, welcome back to the SMB server. Things are on fire. Nothing is broken, Dab. Nothing is broken. Everything is okay. Everything's fine. There's no problems. Nothing broke. Okay. So, yeah. Welcome back to the SMB server. And I am NihonTiger, of course. And... oh, I actually got to go one over. Okay. I gotta figure out how everything went back together here. Is there blocks there? I don't know if there were blocks there. I didn't see them blow up. If there were, we'll fix that. But today I am heading back to spawn area with some blocks in tow, and I'm the only one on right now. But it's okay. He's got some work to do. Hello, donkey. Oh, you can see the Iron Golem farm is doing its thing. So I thought we'd get on here. I haven't done a video on here like I was gonna do one last week, but things and rendering happened, and I got really tied up, and I didn't want to do a half-assed episode, so I decided to wait until this week. All right, let me grab red stained clay, and I poached from the furnace. Oh, that was the block it was on. Dang it! I really like that picture. I'm gonna have to get that picture back. Where'd it go? Oh, I hate these things. Oh, did I pick it up? I picked it up. Okay, picked it up. That's fine. But yeah, I said a long time ago I was gonna make red stained clay, and I never did. Or I was gonna change this to red stained clay, and I never ended up doing that, huh? So let's fix that as best we can right now. But yeah, lots of news to talk about, lots of things going on in the SMB world. And let's see. Oh, there you go. First and foremost, I'm sure most of you were around on Tuesday night. Some of those of you who may be watching this, if you weren't, the old SMB Live Tuesday night routine is no more, and a lot of people were freaking out and thinking that it was goodbye everything, you know, goodbye group. Oh, there we go. Goodbye group. Goodbye my SMB as a crew. We're all going our separate ways, and I would just like to take the opportunity to once again say that's absolutely not the case. Those of you who may be worrying about that, do not worry your little butts about that. We are very much sticking together. The reason that the SMB live streams that happened on those nights are no longer happening. Oh, I guess I should probably grab those. The reason those are no longer happening on those nights in question is simply because it's kind of time for us to reassess things as far as what nights to stream on and what exactly we're going to do, how we're going to have things structured. Not because we're necessarily unhappy, but because obviously we've had some shorthanded nights the past couple of times that we've done that, and so we don't really want that to be a thing going forward. So we're figuring out, what time works best for us. So should also mention that in keeping in mind with all of that stuff, the original SMB live stream started on Tuesdays because that was the time that the original stream crew, MK and Bean and Impulse and Graph, that was the only time they could all get together. So that worked for them. And they have, they're not a part of the Tuesday night streaming crew regularly anymore. So we have to kind of sit here and think, okay, it worked for them and everything, the whole layout of everything has been mostly unchanged for like 3 years. But the group has changed. The group has, grown quite a bit. There's new people, new faces, and there are new things to consider. So, truth be told, it's probably a good idea that, you know, we kind of sit back here, relax for a little bit, take a couple of weeks off, get our thoughts together on what do we as a group want to do, what works good for us, you know, what kind of strengths can we accentuate, so to speak, with well, actually not so to speak, it's probably what we want to focus on. What do we want to do structure wise? How do we want, you know, the streams to be? Do we want to change things up? Do we want to keep them similar but tweak things? And, you know, how is that all going to work out? And I think it's probably long overdue for like just even an assessment of that. And it will be good for everybody, because we'll be able to probably, if we have to change our stream night, it will be moved to a time that's, I don't know necessarily, you know, what everyone's, you know, preference is on that, but hopefully what the idea is, we'll move it to a night where we can have more people on the stream consistently. And I'm not just talking about, you know, the 4 people who are going to stream, if we even decide to keep the 4-way stream going. But like just having people in the background and being able to show up, like me. I've had issues with my my TFC Tuesdays stream coinciding with SMB Live, and when I originally joined SMB, I had intended to stream on Tuesdays for SMB Live on a fairly regular basis, but that was on the presumption that TFC Tuesday would not be restarting, you know, immediately, like 2 weeks after I had joined SMB, and that's exactly what happened. So, having already made plans to kind of get back with that gang when they started back up, it's kind of a thing where you're torn between 2 different groups, and I ended up I guess you could say sticking with the people that brought me to the dance. And for me, that was, I don't know if I want to say it like that, because it sounds like I'm saying I'm abandoning people, and no, that's not really the case. But it was like, you know, that was the first group I was in, and I have a lot of people on my Twitch channel who were asking me about that, and when's it coming back. They really missed it, and I have a lot of, because that's what I originally started doing. So I have a lot of my Twitch followers, more so than the people on Beam, are there for TFC Tuesday, and I wanted to be able to kind of give them something that I enjoy at the same time that I should probably go check and see if there's more dies. But, you know, I want to be able to do something that I enjoy, that they enjoy, that we all kind of enjoy together. And that's not to say, obviously, I don't enjoy SMB Live, because I really do. But it's hard to be in 2 places at the same time. So when, you know, TFC Tuesday starts like way earlier in the day, and SMB Live starts like halfway through my TFC Tuesday stream times, it kind of became an issue for me recording wise. And this, I'm speaking 100% here. I'm speaking my own like this decision on that, my own kind of stuff I had to go through and think about. I'm trying to remember, how do I get back to where I was. So I think it's down here. But it kind of became a thing where I had to kind of try and start scheduling things out, and I tried doing a dual stream where I'd kind of split things apart and do one, you know, for a little bit, and I do the other one. It just didn't really work out for me, just based on a lot of factors. So I ended up having to kind of figure out what the heck I was going to do. Oh, I can plop this back in there. Don't have any red dye. Really? We have wool. Can I use... Yeah, I could just temporarily use wool, I guess. We'll figure out how many blocks we need based on the number of wool blocks that we use. Now I'll have to go out and find out. I still haven't found a mesa biome that I can pilfer for red stained clay. would be nice to be able to return some to the gold team base as well, having used up all the ones that were in storage. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, you have to kind of sit back and think, okay, is it good for us to try and trudge on and keep going as is, or should we try to find a way to make this our own, to find a way that works best for us, rather than trying to fit the new peg into the old slot, I guess you could say. But ultimately, I think we decided that we're gonna try and retool things and get it. Oh, whoa! That's my moneymaker. I don't want that one. That's the one. Wait, was that? No, it's wow. That one goes through stuff quick. But it's more of just like a conscious thought that, oh, I broke the site. That's what I broke. But it's more just a conscious thought of like sitting here thinking, okay, how best do we go about doing this, and what way do we make things new and exciting and take advantage of, you know, the fact that streaming has changed how it works over the past however many years it's been since, you know, Twitch first started up. And, you know, they moved obviously from Twitch to Beam as well, so a lot of the things that perhaps were set up for working on Twitch, maybe they don't quite work as well on Beam, or Beam does things better or worse, or, you know, there's lots of things to think about and discuss here, and it's not like an easy decision. And I do anticipate that I will be quite involved in the process of going through and figuring all that stuff out. I know a lot of people have expressed interest in being active and participating in that, and I'm among those. We have some other changes too for the Minecraft server possibly coming, and I'm not 100% certain on those. It's not going to be a reset, I can guarantee you that, because I'm one of the people who is like, no reset. I do not want to reset right now. Not when that damn airship's out there that needs to be finished. That's the big thing. And once that gets finished, maybe we can talk about it. But there's other people too, like Dadcraft. He's working on the Valley of the Kings. We should go out to the Valley of the Kings sometime, take a look at it, hang out with Dadcraft for a bit. We haven't done that. But more importantly, I'm trying to come up with new ideas and collaborations and thoughts, and I've been looking at suggestions, looking at things that people have suggested for other servers or other groups that have never really been implemented or kind of ignored. Like, hey, I had this really cool idea, and I read their idea and I'm like, that's a great idea. Why didn't anyone ever try this before? And there'll be things that I propose and perhaps suggest to the group, see what they think about that. I've got some interesting ideas for stuff we can do, because I'm always thinking of things, and I've had all of these lists and ideas for a very long time, that just because of, okay, I said 56 more, so basically another stack and we're done. All these ideas and lists of things I might want to one day try, that for various reasons, for various groups I've been involved in, for one reason or another, I've never gotten the chance to do. And this is my opportunities, you know, since we're kind of talking about lots of different things, to kind of maybe get in there and get an opportunity to say some new stuff. Oh my goodness, look at that. I mean, the wool's in there. You can see the texture, you know, but just, oh my god, it looks so much better with it being red. Wow. I love it. I just need more red clay to finish this up. But oh my goodness, I love it so much. So I've got some ideas too for this. I think I like that, yeah. We'll make some more of those. But, you know, I've got ideas, and I'm sure other people have got ideas too. And we'll get our heads together and kind of go through things and think about, logistics and important stuff like that. So, long story short, I know I didn't do an episode last week, and I'm sure some people were thinking, "Oh no, Jan, are you leaving? Is the server closing?" No, the server's not closing down. I'm not leaving. But we'll come up with ideas and cool new things, and maybe even try some things that no one else has really attempted before. I think I would love to do that. I would love to kind of give new things a shot, because I feel like a lot of times with these groups, there's a lot of stuff that kind of gets done by somebody. Somebody originates it, and then everyone else copies it, and then no one else tries to improve it. They just say, "Oh, well," or maybe we can add, like King of the Ladder. Like Minecraft comes up with King of the Ladder, and then everyone else is like, "Oh, we got to make a King of the Ladder. We got to do a King of the Ladder now," and those King of the Ladders are all the same, or maybe somebody adds a couple extra ladders. There's no people that are really trying to push things forward, it feels like sometimes. And I want to do that. I want to set things up where I can. Okay, let's go up there. I want to push things forward. I want to be innovative, because for everyone that says that Minecraft is dead, Minecraft's dead as a game, and this is just in general. There's no reason to play it anymore. The updates are coming too slow. There's Mojang isn't adding enough new stuff in to keep me entertained, and I go through mods too quickly. Well, part of it is that there's so much stuff out there. There's so many maps out there. There's so many different mods, so many different things that haven't been done. And I know a lot of people will say, "Well, I've done all those things in Minecraft." You probably haven't. I would guess. But there are people out there still pushing the boundaries of what can be done in the game. You got people like Sethbling that are doing all these crazy things, just regular vanilla Minecraft. Not much less doing it, in modded. And you got people like Lorgon111 with Minecraft Bingo. Like Minecraft Bingo, how did Lorgon's idea for Minecraft Bingo go completely and totally undone by someone like Sethbling or all these other groups for so long, and now all of a sudden, it's a thing that you can do, and it's fun, and it's new, it's fresh, it's interesting. Okay, that's not it. I forget how to do one of those. Is it regular? I forget how to do a hook. Oh no, it's wood. It's a wood hook. Okay. I keep thinking it's stone because I keep thinking lever. Yeah, there are things that have never been done before in Minecraft. There are things that after this video, somebody will go out and do something that's never been done, and it will become like, "Whoa, this is amazing! How did we never think of this before? Why are we so ignorant of the potential of this thing that we never knew existed?" And somebody will do it. Somebody will push the boundaries of the game, and that's great. We need to be doing that. We need to be doing fun things like, pushing the boundaries of what Minecraft is capable of, and seeing just what there is to be seen and done. I'm gonna put. Do we have a dump chest? We need a dump chest. This must be the dump chest. Dump chest. Dump the wool in the dump chest. Took way too much wool, and I don't want it all to despawn. But there's so much that can still be done and played and messed around with, and maybe not mechanics-wise yet, but there's things you can do. There's things you can try. There's new twists you can put on things. There's all kinds of stuff. And sometimes I think about even some of the old things that haven't been done in a while. I can't remember what wrestler said it. It might have been trying to think. It might have been Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon. I think he was talking to his son Cody Hall, who's a wrestler. He's a young guy. He's getting his start in Japan at this point. He's actually pretty good. But he mentioned, I think at one point, that there are things that are so old in wrestling, tropes that are so not done, not touched upon in so many years, that they're almost new again, because the people who knew these things, who knew that, you know, oh, well, this kind of character is you know, so and so, such and such a character, and blah 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 blah. A lot of those characters got retired because they kind of got overdone, or it just outdid, you know, outwore their welcome. But a lot of them have stayed. These archetypes and whatnot have stayed, kind of been buried and forgotten about, and they come out, you know, 30 years, 20 years later, 30 years later, you're doing something that maybe somebody did in 1980, 1990, or something, and it feels fresh and new to a new crowd of people. And or maybe you find a little twist to put on it, and it becomes this old thing, but it's got a new twist, and it's different, and it's special and shiny, and people are like, wow, how come I haven't seen this before? Stuff like that, you know, just looking through and finding things that work. That's the big thing. It's just finding things that work, and that's I feel like that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna find the things that work and make it happen. But yeah, I just really wanted to talk in brief about that. I know I've gone 20 minutes here, but I wanted to get the house changed to red, maybe a few things done on the outside and inside. The red house is probably the most important thing, but just to see how that looked, and I'm certainly happy with the finished product. Now, once we get the clay in here, it will look perfectly fine, and I'm sure I'll do that off camera. But yeah, I love the red house. I might also have to change some of the stuff down here too, just to make it look nicer. But yeah, I'll figure that all out later. But yeah, you'll certainly be seeing more from SMB in the future. Just hold on to your butts. We're not going anywhere. Even if SMB Live changes, if things change around with that, we're not going anywhere. We're still going to use the server. We're still going to do all kinds of fun things, and who knows, maybe we'll try some things that you haven't seen in a while, with some new twists, and just pull a few more tricks out of our hat. And I'm certainly looking forward to it. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Should probably empty out my chest here. Got way too much crap in here. But as always, have fun. And I will see you next time here. I don't know why I'm doing my tagline for my other series. I'm getting old and forgetful. See you next time here on the SMB server. Toodles.